Hey guys, welcome back to Pam's Cutting Board. On my post, I did ask, what had you rather see? A recipe for sweet potato casserole or pumpkin pie? Well, sweet potato casserole won, so we went ahead and done a video on that. But I couldn't leave out pumpkin pie, right? So we're going to make a video on pumpkin pie too. So here's some of the things you're going to need to make it. You're going to need a deep dish pie crust. Now you can make your own if you want to, but I'm not. And I'm going to poke some holes in that in just a little bit. Going to need some sugar. Going to need a whole can. This is a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. You're going to need a couple of eggs. Of course, you're going to need some pumpkin. And you're going to need some salt. You're going to need some cinnamon. You're going to need some ginger. And you're going to need some cloves. So let's go ahead and get this pie started. Let's go ahead and poke some holes. Not too many, but you just want a few so that it's not going to bubble up on you. And what I always do is I always put it on a sheet pan and I line it with some parchment paper. That way if it bubbles over, it's not going to get in my oven and it's not going to destroy my pan either. And this is pumpkin that I had in the freezer, but if you buy it in the can, make sure you get plain pumpkin. You don't get pumpkin pie filling. You don't want that. Let's see. Let me get my little spoon. I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings. This is very simple, very quick. But I love pumpkin pie for the holidays. And with my eggs, I'm just going to take and beat them a little bit. And then just add this whole can of evaporated milk. And you just stir it up. And that's it. Is that not easy?
And that's going to be a
pumpkin pie.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and beat this, mix it up with my handheld mixer. And once I do, I'll bring you guys back and let you take a look at it before I put it in the pie shell, okay? Okay, guys, we're back. So all I did was just use my handheld mixer and just beat all the eggs and sugar and pumpkin and seasonings up. It's that simple. I mean, this is the easiest pie ever. The hardest part is waiting to eat it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and pour it over into my crust. I don't know if this crust will actually hold all of it. It's going to be close. I'm afraid to go any further on it. So I'm going to have a little bit left over. You see it, Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to make sure you have at least a sheet pan under it. That way if it bubbles up, it's not going to destroy your stove. Okay. So I'm going to bake it at 450 for about 10 minutes. Then I'll reduce the heat and finish baking it. Once it gets done, I'll bring you back and let you take a look at it. But we're not going to cut it and Wayne's not going to taste test tonight because this is for Thanksgiving, so we're going to have to wait. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, guys, I've got the pie out of the oven, and as you can see, I've got my little holes in here where I poked it with a fork to make sure it was done. And if I hadn't have had the parchment paper, I would have had a mess either on my cookie sheet or in my oven. So that saved me big time. So this is going to go in the fridge, and it'll be ready for Thanksgiving. All it needs is a little bit of fresh whipped cream. We'll see you on Thanksgiving with it. Bye-bye, guys.